When we got here, we noticed that the indigenous people that live next door to us, the Nobe village called Buena Esperanza, we noticed that the people weren't very healthy. It was kind of counterintuitive to what you would think. The majority of the women that we met had issues, health issues with obesity, diabetes, hypertension, heart disease. And their diet was really pretty atrocious. A lot of meat, a lot of carbohydrates that were just empty carbohydrates, processed food, sugars. And then the pandemic happened and they had no food, which made no sense. I'm from California, and you have to be very dedicated in LA to get something to grow, especially because of the droughts and the heat. But here in our little paradise, you just stick something in the ground and it grows. So I couldn't believe that our next door neighbors weren't able to do this. And I figured it must be an issue of education. So we started planting what turned out to be superfoods, but we just planted what we had. We started planting jackfruit. We started planting biriba. If you don't know what biriba is, imagine opening up a fruit and eating lemon pudding. That's what biriba tastes like. We started planting water apple and katuk and cranberry hibiscus. Katuk turns out to have 10 times more protein than spinach. Cranberry hibiscus, I mean, all of these, if you look at them individually, they all work to curb diabetes and prevent cancer and antioxidants. It's crazy. I just planted what we had. And it was just some kind of divine intervention that what we had turned out to be superfoods. So in May, we had our first opportunity to go to a native village, and that was Buena Esperanza. And we took 100 of these super fruit trees and veggies, and we presented them to the village, and not only taught them how to grow them, but we provided a participatory cooking demo. So everyone that was there got to get their hands dirty, and we made coconut curried katuk. I thought it was a lot better opportunity for them to actually do it than have someone stand up and tell them about it. And this also gave them the opportunity to taste it. Well, it was a very successful experience, and the people really enjoyed the food. They enjoyed the interaction. So we were asked to go to our second village, and that happened yesterday. There were about 17 people that came out here to Green Acres. We had 5 boats. We loaded them up with 125 fruit trees, veggies, and also that included 25 almendro trees. And we went out to the main village on San Cristobal, and we did the same program. It was a really great opportunity to have people, especially taste the food and have their eyes open up and see how excited they got. And then when they learned that, like for instance, with katuk and cranberry hibiscus, you just pinch a tiny piece off from the top and you stick it in the ground and it grows. It continues to feed you. One jackfruit, for instance, can grow anywhere from 80 up to, I've heard of some people that have harvested them at 300 pounds. When you pull the jackfruit when it's green, it tastes like, well, some people think it tastes like pulled pork. In LA, it's very popular to have jackfruit tacos or jackfruit pulled pork sandwiches. If you wait until it's ripe, I found this interesting. Juicy fruit gum actually gets its flavor from ripe jackfruit. So if you have a family that is having problems feeding themselves, well, hopefully the Native Farm Survival Kit will give them some immediate relief with the Katuka and cranberry hibiscus. And then in the next couple years, they'll be able to harvest the water apples and the biriba as well as the jackfruit. So that is our Native Farm Survival Kit program. We continue to grow more and more and more of these trees so that we'll be ready when the next village gives us an opening, so we can go and provide a sustainable and very healthy opportunity for them to be able to feed themselves.